Write that down, write that down!
Hey, what's up guys? So for this video I'm going to be talking about the 11 concept cars I'd like to see Rockstar add into GTA 6. The reason why I say GTA 6 and not GTA 5 Online, because GTA 5 Online summer update at the time of recording this video is going to release in 2 weeks. So I highly doubt all of the concept cars in this video will make it into GTA 5 Online, so GTA 6 is the best bet. To understand what a concept car is, I will answer the question, what is a concept car? Okay, so a concept car is a prototype vehicle built to showcase radical new designs, technologies, and engineering ideas. Automakers use them to gauge public reaction, test avant-garde, I think that's how you pronounce it, ideas without budget constraints, and preview the future generation of their brand. Design previews, they allow designers to experiment with bold exterior and interior aesthetics, giving a sneak peek at the styling language future models will adopt. Testing technology concepts test advanced powertrains like new EVs, autonomous driving capabilities, and innovative user interfaces in the real world. Gauge public reaction. Unveiled at major global motor shows, they help automakers test market enthusiasm and see what features the public loves or dislikes. Now that I have told you what a concept car is all about, I will be telling you all 11 concept cars I want to see Rockstar add into GTA 6, starting off with number 11, and that is the Mercedes C112 concept. In my opinion, I don't really like the look of the car that much, but I honestly do see Rockstar adding in the Mercedes C112 concept into GTA 6 at some point during its life cycle. Also, the taillights on the C112 concept look similar to the Honda NSX, that's why it looks weird. Also, I do think Rockstar, if they were to add this car into GTA 6, it would be called Benefactor Dietor. It would be added in the supercars class, and I will tell you the reason why the Mercedes C112 concept got scrapped from entering production. The Mercedes-Benz C112 was cancelled because corporate executives decided a hyper-expensive halo car was unnecessary, despite generating immense interest with over 700 customers' pre-orders. The project was shelved due to the early 1990s recession, high production costs, and a desire to focus marketing efforts on existing motorsport successes. Very unfortunate that this vehicle got scrapped. It had potential to be really good, but it got shelved due to a recession that happened in the 1990s. Anyway, up next at number 10 is the Farboud GTS Concept. If Rockstar were to add this vehicle into GTA 6, they would definitely place it in the coupes class or sports class, or they would have like some other class in GTA 6 that isn't in GTA 5, like sports coupes, I don't know, but it would definitely be placed in one of those 3 car classes. I would call it Buckingham Far Cloud. Why did the Farboud GTS concept never make it into full production, you ask? Well, here's why. The Farboud GTS wasn't outright cancelled in the traditional sense. It was discontinued as the Farboud because founder Arash Farboud realised it would never be profitable to manufacture. He sold the design rights to Chris Marsh, who rebranded it as the Farbio GTS, which was subsequently acquired and transformed by Ginetta Cars. Now, Rockstar could give us the Ginetta F400, which is mostly based on the Farboud GTS concept, because the Ginetta F400 looks very close to it. It's all up to Rockstar which one they want to add, the Ginetta F400 or the Farboud GTS, but either of these cars would be very nice to see. in GTA 6. Coming in at the number 9 spot, I have chosen the Ford Shelby Cobra Concept. This car would be a fantastic addition to the Sports Classics class, and I would call this the Vapid Sabot Classic. Why was the Ford Shelby Cobra Concept scrapped from entering production? Well, here's the reason why. The Ford Shelby Cobra Concept, affectionately known as Daisy, was cancelled because it was deemed an expensive, low-margin halo vehicle entering development during a looming economic downturn. Ford management feared that they could not sell enough units to make the projected $99,000 supercar profitable. Very unfortunate that Ford had to scrap the Ford Shelby Cobra Concept, because looking at the Shelby Cobra Concept, it looks very similar to the AC427 Cobra. Ford did a really good job trying to make a modern version of the AC Cobra 427. Sadly, the Ford Shelby Cobra Concept got scrapped. Coming in at number 8 is the Ford GT90 Concept, and this concept car is pretty controversial due to its exterior design. I do see this vehicle being added into GTA 6, and it would be called Vapid Sabot, and a modder for GTA 5 Online actually made the car, so I do think it would be possible Rockstar would add it into GTA 6. Me personally, I like the look of the Ford GT90. Now, you may be wondering, why did the Ford GT90 concept get scrapped from entering production? Well, here's the reason why. The Ford GT90 was cancelled because it was an experimental technology demonstrator rather than a planned production car. Ford ultimately shelved the project due to astronomical development costs, concerns about the reliability of its highly complex quad-turbo V12 engine, and a shift in focus towards more traditional, accessible supercars. If the Ford GT90 concept was added into GTA 6, it would be put in either hypercar class or supercars class if it was added into GTA 6. Definitely sucks that the GT90 got scrapped from production, because the car looks very nice in my opinion. Coming in at number 7, it's going to be Chrysler Firepower Concept, and I believe Rockstar would add this vehicle into the coupes class or sports coupes, whichever one Rockstar decides to put the Firepower concept into. Also, I would call the Chrysler Firepower Shyster Gunpowder. Now, why was the Chrysler Firepower concept cancelled from entering production? The Chrysler Firepower was cancelled because Chrysler's management concluded it wasn't financially viable, plagued by massive losses, dealer inventory issues, and shifting corporate priorities. In late 2006, Chrysler executives decided to scrap the Viper-based Grand Tourer to cut costs and focus on high-volume models. Very unfortunate that the Chrysler Firepower concept got scrapped from entering full production, but it is what it is. Coming in at the number 6 spot is actually going to be the Dodge Viper GTSR concept. I can very easily see Rockstar Games adding the Dodge Viper GTSR into the supercars class or hypercars class. I'm not sure, but it will be the best handling Bravado Banshee car available, and Rockstar would most likely call this the Bravado Banshee GTSR or something like that, I'm not sure. Rockstar should also add visual parts from the Dodge Viper Competition Coupe to make the Viper GTSR look more similar to the Competition Coupe. That would be awesome. The fully functional 2000 Dodge Viper GTSR concept was never greenlit for mass production because Chrysler shifted its corporate priorities. Executives decided the high cost of re-engineering a dedicated supercar platform couldn't be justified, choosing instead to focus on integrating its design cues into the third generation Gen 3 Viper. It definitely sucks that the GTSR concept was scrapped because I really love the race spec on the Dodge Viper, but I can kind of understand why they wanted to scrap it in favour of the Gen 3 Viper. Regardless, I do want to see Rockstar add in the Viper GTSR concept into GTA 6 and give it visual customization parts and liveries from the Viper competition coupe. That would be amazing. Coming in at number 5 is going to be the Cadillac 16 concept. If Rockstar were to add this vehicle into GTA 6, it should definitely be placed in the sedans class or sports as a sports sedan. I don't know, but this thing would be a lot of fun to drive, give it really bad handling and brakes, but make it an absolute menace in top speed and acceleration. A modder actually made this vehicle in GTA 5 Online, yet it's not in GTA 5 Online officially, and it's called the Albany Olympus, so I don't see why Rockstar shouldn't add this vehicle into GTA 6 and call it the Albany Olympus. The 2003 Cadillac 16 was cancelled because General Motors determined that mass-producing a $300,000 ultra-luxury Halo car was economically unviable, facing the need for specialized transmissions and severe financial turmoil within the American automotive industry at the time. GM quietly shelved the project to focus on more profitable, high-volume production models. Man, it would have been awesome to see the Cadillac 16 be put into full production. If it would have sold well, I'm not really too sure. It probably wouldn't have done well, but no one will ever know. The car is very good looking. It definitely sucks that it didn't make it into full production. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Ford Shelby GR1 concept. In my opinion, this is one of the best looking concept cars ever made, and it's very unfortunate that this vehicle never made it into full production. Now, why is that? Ford cancelled the Shelby GR1 concept because the projected price was prohibitively high. Even though the V10 supercar showed massive promise, Ford realised that bringing the GR1 to market would cost more than the Ford GT. Facing a crowded supercar landscape, Ford chose to focus its resources elsewhere. As much as the Ford Shelby GR1 concept being scrapped from entering full production, I do understand why it was scrapped. It's because it released during the time the Ford GT from 2004 was very popular. So yeah, it definitely does suck, but I do understand why that happened. Also, if Rockstar were to add the Shelby GR1 concept into GTA 6 Online, which would be amazing, they should definitely call it Vapid Sabot or G1. In terms of car class, I would put the Ford Shelby GR1 concept, it would be placed in either Supers or Hypercar class. Either one works. Anyway, coming in at number 3, it is going to be the Cadillac Cien. This would be super cool for Rockstar to add into GTA 6 as the first ever Albany supercar, because there are currently no Albany supercars as of yet, so the Cadillac Cien would be the very first Albany supercar ever. A modder has actually made the Cadillac Cien in GTA 5 Online, and it's called the Albany Expression, so that would be really cool to see Rockstar adding into GTA 6. General Motors cancelled the Cadillac Cien because of skyrocketing development costs, a projected $200,000 retail price, and executive doubts about an established consumer market for a high-performance American supercar. The Cien was unveiled at the 2002 Detroit auto show to celebrate Cadillac's 100th anniversary. Cien is Spanish for 100, while the concept was fully functional, built with a carbon fiber monocoque and a 750 horsepower V12 engine. It ultimately fell victim to harsh financial realities, prohibitive costs, developing the mid-engine architecture, and a specialized V12 engine was incredibly expensive, particularly during a period of financial pressure for General Motors. Very unfortunate that the Cadillac Cien got scrapped from full production, because this thing, if it was produced, it would have sold like hotcakes. But yeah, I would definitely love to see the Cadillac Cien in GTA 6. Anyway, next up at number 2, it's going to be the Chrysler Me 412 concept. This would be a super cool addition to GTA 6, and the first ever Shyster branded supercar would be amazing. Also, the Chrysler Me 412 had a top speed estimate of over 230 miles an hour back in 2004, which was mind-blowing because there was no cars that could reach a top speed of over 230 miles an hour at the time. So I believe Rockstar would name the Chrysler Me 412 concept Shyster Zeus. That would be a pretty cool name, and put this car in the supercar class for sure. And here's the reason why the Chrysler Me 412 got scrapped from entering full production. The Chrysler Me 412 was cancelled primarily because its exceptional performance threatened the flagship Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, and it proved too costly to justify producing a multi-$100,000 supercar under the Chrysler brand. Internal corporate rivalry. At the time of the merger, Daimler Chrysler was developing the ultra-expensive Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. The Me 412 prototype was reportedly faster and more advanced, which embarrassed and frustrated Mercedes executives, who did not want a Chrysler-badged car outperforming their flagship. High production costs. Developing the bespoke carbon fiber chassis and integrating the quad-turbo AMG V12 engine required an astronomical budget. I really wish Chrysler just said fuck you to Mercedes, turned around and decided to produce the Me 412. It would have been absolute cinema to see Chrysler come out with the Me 412 and completely destroy the Mercedes SLR McLaren in terms of car sales. That would have been so awesome. Sadly, that did not happen. At number 1, the last concept car I want to see Rockstar add into GTA 6 is the Volkswagen Nardo concept. There's even a roadster version of the Volkswagen W12 Nardo. It would be such a cool addition to see in GTA 6, and the first ever BF supercar in GTA 6. That would be awesome. I believe Rockstar would call it the BF Blitz Schnell. That would be a cool name. It would definitely be put in the supercars class or the hypercars class. Either one works. The Volkswagen Nardo or W12 was cancelled because the Volkswagen Group acquired and developed several dedicated luxury brands like Bugatti, Lamborghini and Bentley. Executives feared an ultra-expensive Volkswagen-badged supercar would cannibalize sales from those established luxury divisions. Ultimately, the Nardo served its true purpose as a technological showcase. Very unfortunate. The folks over at Volkswagen decided to scrap their first ever road legal supercar, the Volkswagen Nardo. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new. Let me know what concept car you would like to see added into GTA 6. Maybe even one concept car or multiple concept cars that haven't appeared on this list. Anyway, take care.